Today I'm making a super simple mac and cheese that's easy on the budget and big on flavor. It only takes a few basic store-brand ingredients, important since food costs keep going up, and the best part? It's completely from scratch. No boxes, no additives, just real comfort food the way it's meant to be. Start by adding unsalted butter to a large pot over medium heat. When the butter is melted, add all-purpose flour to form a roux. This is what will thicken up your cheese sauce. Oh yeah, I posted the written recipe in the description box below the video, so make sure you check that out. Now whisk the roux for a minute or two, and once the flour starts to brown lightly and smells toasty, add the cold milk. Don't use warm milk, it creates lumps in the roux, which can be hard to work out. Whisk the sauce until the roux is smooth. Then continue to simmer it over medium heat. It's really important that you stir the sauce frequently because it can start to stick to the bottom of the pot and burn, and that's no bueno. The sauce is the right consistency and is ready for cheese when it coats the back of a spoon like this. Begin adding the cheese one handful at a time over low heat. Avoid letting the sauce get too hot or too cool, as this can cause a grainy texture, so keep it warm but not bubbling, and melt each handful fully before adding the next one. I like the bite of extra sharp cheddar, but you can use a milder version, Monterey Jack, or even a blend if you prefer. Next, add the salt and granulated garlic. Then, my secret weapon, Worcestershire sauce. This flavor bomb adds a nice, savory note to the sauce that just, hits the spot. Once incorporated, remove from the heat, cover the pot, and reserve the cheese sauce. Bring a gallon of water to a boil, then add 2 tablespoons of kosher salt and a pound of dried elbow pasta. Cook it a few minutes short of the package directions, then drain the pasta thoroughly, getting out as much water as possible. Add the cooked pasta to the reserved cheese sauce and give the mixture a good stir. It'll look like there's a bit too much sauce compared to pasta, but that's the goal, as the pasta will absorb some of the liquid from the sauce while the mac and cheese is baking. Transfer the mixture to a baking dish. A 9x13 does the trick. This enameled pan is a little deeper than a standard one. I could probably fit a 1.5 times recipe in here, but this recipe provides plenty of leftovers already. Don't forget to scrape the pot. You never leave any cheese sauce behind. Now add a layer of grated mac and cheese from edge to edge. This step will help to create some browning on top of the mac and cheese, which always means more flavor. Finish the dish off with a dusting of smoked paprika. Then pop the mac and cheese onto the center rack of a preheated 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 204 degrees Celsius oven. Bake the mac for about 30 minutes or until the top starts to brown lightly and the cheese is bubbling. The mixture should still be a little soupy when you pull it from the oven, and this is totally normal. Let it rest for about 5 or 10 minutes before serving so it has a chance to tighten up a bit. This is not a sliceable version, so just use a big-ass spoon and dig right in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and a reminder, check the description for measurements and step-by-step instructions. I'll catch you next time.